Right now, the head coach of the Wildcats, Sean Miller, here. Congratulations, Coach. Great to get back home. Great to win. Great to see Alonzo Trier come out and play the way that he did tonight. What were some of the other keys to the bowl game?
Well, I thought our free throw shooting down the stretch was really, really big. You look at Chance and Alonzo, those guys were 19 for 20 from the foul line. And I know that both guys under the 4-minute mark went to the foul line several times, and they didn't make one, they made them both. And, when you shoot 25 for 29 from the free throw line, it makes up for a lot of the other things that you didn't do well. But when we needed to make big plays offensively in the last 4 minutes, we did, and with few exceptions. Lowry, who didn't have a great game shooting the basketball, I think lost a little bit of confidence. The biggest shot of the game, left corner from three, he made it. And it was great to see him put that behind him and step up and become that player. So with that being said, I credit Stanford. I thought, before we played them, and I told you this, they've gotten better. Reed Travis is one heck of a basketball player, and their experience, Brian, and when you have a coach like Jared who's doing a great job, they're going to keep getting better from November through January, and then you get into February with an older veteran team learning a system. They know the system a lot better now than they did in January. And you know what? They played a great game tonight, had an opportunity to win. And if it wasn't for our free throw shooting down the stretch, they might have won.
Is Reed Travis maybe the best offensive rebounder that you guys have seen, his ability to get second shots?
He's such a unique player because he doesn't really score in the low post. He scores from drives, and even his low post catches are more on the move, where he turns and makes a quick move. But we didn't have an answer for him, and I thought Chance down the stretch did a couple good things that really helped us get a stop. Like the one in particular, I think he maybe blocked a shot or deflected a shot and then got the rebound. But we needed a couple of those down the stretch. And Chance, maybe more than anybody else, rose to that challenge. But, my concern with our team really lies in two areas, or three. One is, you cannot get picked on off the dribble. If you're a perimeter player in our program, you can't constantly be driven on. If you can't guard your matchup, then you're not going to be able to play. And we constantly throughout the game were making up by trying to help and constant drives one after another. Now, that's something they're good at, but for us, we have to do a better job of guarding the ball. And until we do a better job guarding the ball, there's going to be some things that aren't going to work.
I want to go back to Chance for a moment because we were talking, and we get to see the box score, of course, and he has really nice numbers there, but you mentioned his defense as well. Because of his quickness and his length, does that give him an advantage sometimes inside like that?
It does, and Chance did a really good job on offense as well. I think that his minutes were minutes that were very important towards our winning. He plays 22 minutes, scores 11 points, had 6 defensive rebounds, which, other than Alonzo, led our team, and went 7 for 8 like we talked about from the foul line. But I don't know if anybody did a great job, but I think Chance probably did. And, I think the second part, Brian, besides defending the basketball on the perimeter, is our ability to rebound. If we defend the ball better and we keep them off the glass on key second shots, and by the way, it was the beginning of the game, it was throughout the game, and it was the end of the game, where if you make them miss that first time, that's hard enough. You have to secure the ball. And it's not just our bigs, it's everybody, all 5 players who have to do a better job of rebounding the ball. Their second shots and their drives really kept them in the game. And then, you watch our turnovers, and again, that's something they're good at. But as we started to turn the ball over under the 10-minute mark, that would have fueled the game. And once we subbed and got our lineup right, we had a lot of poise down the stretch. We didn't turn the ball over down the stretch. We made free throws. And again, what we weren't doing is guarding the dribble and blocking out. And those two things, they're not easily solved. We have to do a better job on Saturday. And you talk about rebounding, they are the biggest, most physical rebounding team maybe in the country, not just the Pac-12. So we have to be able to go from where we were here on Wednesday night to being a completely different team on Saturday. And I think I'll be able to help the guys understand that.
Okay, thanks, Coach. We'll see you then. Coach Sean Miller here, courtside at McHale Center, where the Wildcats beat the Stanford Cardinal tonight by a final of 74-67. Cal here on Saturday.